24 hours, I'll blow your planet away!
The battle has just begun!
Hello, hello, this is RobotnikIsSexy, and we, as in I, we have another X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you, and this is going to be a wonderful match I had against a good internet Pokemon-y friend, Brighton, also known as DrizzleD5, also known as Lee Brighton, also known as, I don't know, I'm sure he's known as many things. So he's actually trying to really push an OU team as hard as he can because he is competing in a tournament or something, so he wanted to practice match against me. And I am absolutely kicking myself for replacing Substitute for Destiny Bond in this particular situation because I have absolutely nothing to deal with Smeargle leads. I could have gotten the poison hacks, but that actually would have been the worst possible thing because then his Smeargle would have died. Well, I guess it wouldn't have been that bad because he wouldn't have been able to get up Stealth Rocks, but he would have been able to set up a Sword Dance with his Lucario. And that would have probably equaled a very early game over because Mega Lucario is something he is packing, and I don't want to be dealing with that at all. So I eventually take out Smeargle with U-turn on Noivern. It's pretty bad because I give him a free switch. He chooses to send out Gengar with his free switch, which has me very perplexed. And then he shows me the Destiny Bond, so he too is carrying the Destiny Bond on his Gengar. Honestly, I'm gonna, next time I use Gengar, seriously, I'm gonna use the Kashif set of Will-O-Wisp Substitute, the Sucker for Jessica set. He uses that set of Gengar all the time. Anyway, he does show me the Destiny Bond, as I did say, and I'm okay with this. I'm okay with sacking Malamar, because honestly I don't feel like he's going to do much else, and that will give me a free switch into something else to attack with. Unfortunately though, I was really hoping he would use that free blind switch to go into Rotom. But he goes into his own Azumarill, which is definitely choice banded. And as you saw there, I got the attack drop with Play Rough. I didn't even know it could get an attack drop. Or I think that's the first time I've seen it actually happen on Wi-Fi. So that definitely mattered. Now this play is pretty game-changing, actually. I don't have the balls to go for Play Rough because I was afraid I was going to miss with the 90% accuracy, and I wanted some sure damage. But I really should have gone for it because with the stab, it would have done way more than Superpower. In my little mind's eye, I was thinking Superpower would do a little bit more. But since defensive Rotom is all the rage right now, that is definitely a normal damage for defensive Rotom. So that's a little. We'll talk about that later. Because had I gone for the Play Rough, the game would have shaked out a little bit differently. But anyway, Tom Servo is in here. He's going to try to do as much damage as he can. He does a lot of damage. Tons of damage to this Lucario, who is apparently carrying Earthquake, so that's cool. But yeah, Mega Lucario, lots of respect for him. I was very critical of Lucario in the twilight days of Black and White because I felt like he wasn't really good enough for OU. So I'm glad that he got a Mega Evolution, but not to get too off track. I'm going to send out Noivern, who takes that Bullet Punch better than I thought he would, to be honest. So that's perfectly good, and that's perfectly nice. I'm going to go for the Draco. And this is where the having gone for the Play Rough might have mattered because I think Play Rough would have done close to double the damage of Superpower on Rotom. And with his health lowered a little bit more, I would have definitely been able to take him out with a Draco Meteor with Noivern. I felt that his his Rotom was definitely going to be Resto Chesto. Also, I think I read about his team because he posted it on Smogon, so I actually had all the intel I needed. So, had I gone for Play Rough, I could have taken him out. Even though I was at -2, I was wearing choice specs, or still am, so it would have done decent damage, because look how much damage this does specs. That almost takes him out in one hit, so the specs would have basically left me at -1, I believe. So yeah, definitely would have been enough had I gone for Play Rough. But that is don't want to be shooting all over yourself, as Stuart Smalley says. That's an obscure Saturday Night Live reference for you, and a little window into just how old I am. So yeah, I have no real choice but to go for Play Rough now, and this is a very funny happenstance. Definitely going to live this Earthquake, though. I am max HP, and after the Intimidate I can live it pretty comfortably, but my greatest fear comes to fruition. I'm gonna miss Play Rough. 90 accuracy, man. 90 accuracy coming to haunt me. But this is extremely interesting, because even though I fumbled early game by not going for Play Rough for the added damage on my Azumarill, had I landed the Play Rough, it would have easily taken out the Garchomp in one hit, and then he had his extremely weakened Rotom left in the red, and we would have both been in the red, and it would have been a super intense coin flip, basically, because I would have to either go for Sucker Punch or a direct attacking move, either predicting the Rest or the Will-O-Wisp. I did tell him that I predicted him to go for the direct attacking move, and I would have used Sucker Punch, and he told me that he would have used Volt Switch, because I was definitely in Volt Switch KO range. So if we had stuck to our guns and I had actually landed the Play Rough, I might have squeezed out a win with Sucker Punch, but who knows. Definitely a good match. Very, very good match. I really like matches where I can talk about what might have happened, and it's actually kind of interesting to think about. But definitely, if you enjoyed this YouTube video Pokemon-y thing, like it and leave a comment, because I love reading comments, and I will see you later, YouTube.